What are the probabilities of you having a successful life? What are the life probabilities to when you put a winning life in your favor? Some people say luck. Some people say you were born with a silver spoon. Some people gonna say. But I say the things that put the probabilities in your favor are, I say vision. I say consistency. I say boldness and the confidence to act. I say discipline. I say belief. I really feel like without any of those, if we void any one of those things, you will be stuck in gear. Why did I say that? Without vision, you have no direction on where you're going. And once you start moving, you need consistency to keep going. The minute you lack vision, now you are consistent at going anywhere. You lack consistency, you are moving, but you're moving in and out, which now gives you no momentum. But you also need the boldness and the confidence to act. Why? Because you can have vision, but you cannot have consistency without being bold enough to act. And in order to be bold, you gotta have confidence. A lot of people lack confidence and consistency, but they got the vision. But if you have the vision with no consistency and no confidence, then you ain't doing nothing. I hope I'm making sense to y'all. It's not just one thing. But then we need discipline. Because if we got the vision and we start being consistent and we got the confidence and the boldness to act, but we not disciplined, we setting ourselves up for failure. He or she who lacks discipline will consistently be chastised by their ignorance. So as you can see, we need the boldness. We need the confidence to act on the vision that we have. And then once we act on the vision, now we gotta have the consistency. Now we gotta have the boldness, but now we need the discipline. Because here's what I want you to understand to my fellas. If you don't have discipline, then what happens is you'll start getting up late. You'll start having days where you don't feel like doing it. When you become successful, guess what? Now there's a different level of women at your beck and call. And if you don't have the discipline, and I'm not disregarding or saying nothing about women, what happens is we live in a society where women, the first thing a lot of women are saying, 6 out of 10 women, a lot of things they're saying is how much money he got. 6 out of 10 women, they want a man that's successful. So what happens when you that man and you on the phone for a week with her, you texting her for a week and you send her the money to get her nails done. After you send her the money to get her nails done, you say, hey, let's catch a quick flight, let's go here. They got this restaurant I want to take you to. But what happens is once you take her to that restaurant, you do a little something, but you off your P's and Q's, you done fell into a trap. Or what happens when you trying to do that with multiple women? You ain't got no discipline, fam. You headed for disaster. So he or she who lacks the discipline will consistently get chastised by their ignorance. And then I say belief. And then I say belief. Because you gotta have a belief that ignites it all. Because the vision without belief that it can get done is a vision with no action. A vision without no belief in consistency is a vision that sits in your head. A vision with consistency and boldness with no belief is a vision that goes to the grave. You need to have a belief. Why? Because the belief, the discipline, the consistency, the boldness, the confidence, the vision, these are the ingredients of a successful life of fulfillment. You put these things together and you increase the probabilities of you winning. Life is not about luck. Success is not about chances. It's about putting the probabilities in your favor. The problem is when we come from what we come from, we don't know how to put the probabilities in our favor, and we let the house keep winning because we don't know how to play the game. So we sit from the sideline, and as we sit on the sideline, we watch so many people win the game, and then we come up with excuses and we come up with reasons why they can do it and why we can't. And all they really did was They had a belief. They had a vision. They was consistently taking action. They were being bold, and they had the discipline to stay the course. Avoid any of those things you get stuck into gear. And I said this earlier, and I want y'all to sit on this, man. Where you are going is way more important than how fast you get there. In a society where most people focus on speed, the edge comes when you can build and have the mental fortitude and endurance to stay in the race for the long haul. So many people focus on speed. I need to get there by tomorrow. What happens is, what I love about the lion, and I always use this analogy, what I love about the lion is known for hunting. It's known for going chase it. The cheetah is known for going chase it. These animals, what happens is, and these ferocious predators, not only do they collect the data, but even when they miss, they build the stamina. They build the endurance. That's why the lion, you see muscles everywhere. The cheetah knows the slightest movement of the tail gives him a little more speed. The slightest movement of the tail helps him cut this angle real sharp. That what happens when you collect the data and you plan the game for the long run. This is what happens. While they running with footmen, I'm running with horses. I need you to understand that. To keep going, mistakes will be made. To dig deeper after a loss. To keep believing with the enthusiasm when no one else is believing. I need you to understand that every miracle that happened in the Bible, the person had to make a decision to release their old way of thinking and adapt a new way of thinking in the moment. In order to experience the blessing that is tended for you, you got to get rid of the belief. Peter sitting on the boat. His whole family was fishers. His brother was a fisher. He was a fisher. He come from a line of fishers. They had been in this spot all day. They ain't caught no fish. Jesus come up and stick his hand in the water. Yo, cast the net. At that moment, Peter had to make a decision. Do I go with what I know, or do I have a belief to do something new? It didn't take a whole lot of convincing. Hey, you want to be a fisher of men? Stick my hand in the water. Get the fish. And what happened? Peter let go of that belief. He let go of that belief in the moment. And immediately he adapted a new belief. And that new belief walked him into a legacy, walked him into a destiny. I need you to understand, the little man had a fish and a loaf of bread. The fish and 5 loaves, something like that, right? But, yo, give me that right quick. Huh? Give me that right quick. How you feed all these thousands of people with that? He had to, this is last, this is mine. I got to bring this to me and my people. Watch this. Once I feed the people with the fish and the loaves, guess what? He had more to go home with, more than what he thought he was gonna have. In that moment, he had to relinquish what he believed was real, and the old beliefs didn't adapt a new one right then and there. Sometimes you don't have time. You gotta act in a moment. Boom, new belief, old belief. My new belief is gonna set me free. My old belief is gonna hold me hostage. Your old belief and your old vision, your old way of thinking, your old programming is what's holding you hostage.
What's good, trappers, man? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Right now, I want to invite you to an amazing experience full of value. That is my community, Trappers Anonymous. It's 100% the greatest fundamental investing community on the market. Listen, your portfolio should be a masterpiece. And the only way we get you there is if we help you to learn how to invest with confidence. Now listen, I get it. Like, you don't know a lot about stocks, or maybe you've heard people say how much money they lost in stocks, but I can guarantee you, one, because they weren't in the community, and two, they lack the information. Our goal in Trappers Anonymous is to help you, really to hold your hand on the journey to becoming a confident investor, learning how to navigate through the different events that the stock market goes through, to take you from panic to encouragement. There's no better time than now. This is an opportunity only for those who are willing to be on the journey. So listen, man, click the link below. Come join me in Trappers Anonymous, man. I will see you in one of our many classes, whether it's Moat Monday, whether it's the 2-hour class we do on Sunday, or whether it's just a book club. Everything is geared toward making you a better investor so you can triple your net worth and turn your last name to an asset. It's your boy, Wall Street Trapper. See you in the trap.
There's a blessing intended strictly for you, but your current way of thinking is blocking you from that blessing. Man, I told my cousin in 2014, I said, cuz, we're gonna change the game. And I can say in that moment, my cousin believed me. And I remember we walked up to his room, I showed him this book. I said, cuz, this book has 100 black men in it that changed the world. And guess what, cuz? They all dead. I said, they all dead, cuz. I said, but I got a belief in that we can change the world, cuz. I gotta believe that we can change the world, cuz. And the belief, immediately once I adapted that belief, it put my probabilities, it put my life probabilities in my favor. The belief ignited the probabilities. The belief started turning the table, because when I had the belief, then I had the vision. Not only do I believe it, cuz, I see it, cuz. Not only do I believe it, cuz, but I see it, cuz. I see it so much, cuz. I'm out here working on this plant job, cuz, but I'm in my phone. I'm taking an extra 20, 30 minutes a day on break, cuz I'm in the porta potty researching, and I can't get it out my mind, cuz. I'm in the air 300-400 feet. I'm Googling, cuz. The vision's so clear, cuz. I believe in it so much, cuz. I don't even want to work on these people's jobs. So the minute they gave me the opportunity, the minute they presented me with a situation, you got to cut your bid. I said, no, I don't. I quit. It wasn't even about a dollar amount. Consistency, the boldness and the confidence to act. Not only did I walk off the job, but I was bold enough to stand in it, 10 toes down. This is what I'm doing, man. When it got hard, this is what I'm doing, man. When everybody else swayed, when nobody, hey, I'm gonna do what? You gonna change the world, investing in stocks? Man, nobody ain't gonna, them people don't wanna do that. I stood 10 toes down. I believed, I stayed consistent. I believed, I was bold. I had to act, I had discipline. I'm gonna keep learning, I'm gonna keep moving. I'm telling you, when you adapt a new belief, I'm telling you, when you bold enough to move, I'm telling you, when you got the confidence, I'm telling you, when you release the old way of thinking of what you know and you adapt the new way of thinking of what could be, you change your life, you open up the floodgates, and you walk into a new purpose. And that's where fulfillment comes from. The reason why you can't feel fulfilled is because your old way of thinking is stopping your cup from running over. It's kind of like the teapot. You know, it keep whistling. You're hitting that lid. You ever seen a pot where you got the thing on the pot and the steam is hitting the pot so much the top starts shaking, and then immediately when you take the top off, the steam go whoo, and it come up so profusely, you got like, ooh. It's pressure. It's pressure from being capped in. Some of y'all got so much power. Some of y'all are so powerful. Some of y'all are so vibrant. Some of y'all got so much purpose, but you got the lid on it and it's sitting on the stove doing this. Take the top off me. Let it go out. Let it be abundant. Let it tell the air. Let it put some heat on you. 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 You need a little heat because you're too comfortable. You're too comfortable. You cannot have restoration without demolition. talked about earlier about restoring our financial hygiene. You cannot have restoration without demolition. So tonight, I need you to demolish your old way of thinking. I need you to demolish your old characteristics. And I want to make it a little better for you. I want to make it a little better for you. One attribute, one habit a week, I want you to get rid of it and replace it with something new. The problem is, we be trying to do everything at one time, and what happens is we overload ourselves. We put too much pressure on ourselves. And I'm gonna be real with you. We haven't increased our capacity enough to handle all that pressure. So what I do say is, the quickest way to become successful is not by this blueprint, it's to remove one old habit with one new habit. And if we do that once a week, and in 52 weeks, we've gotten rid of 52 old habits and replaced them with 52 new habits. Now we being intentional about creating new habits. We being intentional. All right, you drink alcohol, bet you want to live a next life. Guess what? This week, I'm not drinking alcohol, I'm gonna drink more water. This week, I'm not smoking a cigarette, I'm not smoking the weed, I'm gonna replace that with reading 10 pages in the book. I know I need to get up and move around. This week, I'm not gonna sleep the extra hour. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna literally get up 30 minutes earlier and I'm gonna just take a 30-minute walk. If every week you replace one old habit, the problem with that is now you gotta sit in the mirror and you gotta write down them bad habits you got. You gotta sit in the mirror, you gotta look and write them. And here's the thing, scientifically it is proven when you write something down and look at it, it shifts something in your anatomy. That's why every book I read, I got 500 tablets because I love writing. And every week I probably buy 5 more tablets. You know why? Because I never wanna have to wait on a tablet come for me to execute. I need to just go get it. So what I need you to do is, every week, this is the one thing I'm gonna cut back. I need you to take and write down 10 things that you know are bad habits. I want you to write down 10 things that you know is holding you back. And now for the next 10 weeks, you are changing a habit consistently. I'm talking about actively engaging in the habit changing. We in September. You talking October got 4 weeks, November got 4 weeks, December got 4 weeks. We talking 12 weeks. We talking about by the end of the year, we done created 12 new habits. I'm saying you done took 1 quarter to get rid of 12 old habits that ain't helping you and to introduce yourself to 12 new habits that's gonna help you. In 1 quarter, you've created a whole new lifestyle. I ain't asking you to do it all at once. I ain't saying do it all at once. I ain't saying go cold turkey. I'm saying replace 1 habit a week. That means Monday through Sunday, you committing to doing 1 thing, and then the next week you take that habit and move it and apply with another habit. Now in 2 weeks, we got 2 new habits. We done got rid of 2 old habits. We done introduced our life to 2 new habits. Actively engaging in the change. You gotta change what you say you want, or you gotta change what you say you want.